Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about soapstone, okay? More specifically, the pot of basil soapstone. So first is subject. So these were 10 words from the story that we thought were super important. So as long as you have 10 words and they're from the story, you're okay. But these are the ones that I chose in particular, okay? And you can choose short phrases as well, right? And that counts as one. Occasion is just a short summary of what happened. So boy meets girl, boy and girl fall in love, boy gets murdered by brothers, girl goes crazy, dies, brothers leave. For audience, you're looking at who can relate to what's going on, right? So the main story is about this woman, Lisabetta, who loses somebody that she loves, right? So anyone who has lost someone that they loved is going to feel something similar to this. Or you might have like anyone who has been overly obsessed with a loved one, or anyone whose family has plotted against them, right? Any of those would work as your audience. Purpose is always going to be, so audience is always anyone who, and purpose is always 2 plus a strong verb, and they should match with each other, your audience and your purpose. So if my audience is about people that have lost love, right, then my purpose might be to inform people of how deep love can be. You can't just say to inform and then leave it at that, right? You have to say to inform about what. So for speaker, remember we had to come up with 2 for Lorenzo and 2 for Lisabetta, right? So we already talked about that it was third person, omniscient, right? Because we know what Lorenzo's thinking, what Lisabetta's thinking, what the brothers are thinking. And so Lisabetta, you might call her a love-struck fool, right? And then that quote where she went to Lorenzo's in the middle of the night, that was a dumb idea. Crazy crybaby, when she planted several sprigs of the finest basil, never watered them except with essence of roses or orange blossom or own teardrops. And remember, underneath that basil is her lover's head. And then for Lorenzo, you might do dashing Lothario. Lothario is just a dude who has a bunch of ladies. And I chose the quote, abandoned all his other amours. And then annoyed ghost, because he comes to her and he's like, hey, stop calling me. I'm tired and would like to just die. So for tone, again, you're picking 3 and pulling quotes that back it up, okay? So you might have something like regretful because of Lisabetta's regret. You might have suspenseful because we don't know what's going to happen all the time and we have the brothers waiting. Or you might choose sad because, you know, of how sad Lisabetta is. Maybe creepy. So I picked 3. You only have to do 2. Or I did 4 rather. You only have to do 2. And then if you are not an honors student, you're welcome to stop here. Honors kids, keep listening. So literary device, maybe talk about symbol, right? So that pot of basil becomes a symbol for her love for Lorenzo. Metaphor, determine that the affair should leave no stain upon the reputation of either themselves or their sister, right? You can't really stain a reputation. And then lastly, hyperbole, right? That extravagant exaggeration. The girl went on weeping and demanding her pot of basil until she eventually cried herself to death, which is a little bit crazy. Okay, so if you have something different from this, that's absolutely okay, but it should look somewhat similar. And if you have anything that you're confused, if you're not sure if yours is right, ask me, and I'll be glad to help you, okay? I'll see you guys later. Bye.